You know, you would think that with a court case hanging over their heads and one that they've just filed against me, the Greenville Group would be a little bit more responsible in terms of controlling the violent, aggressive, surveillance-based behavior of the multiple sex offenders and psychopaths who they've chosen to house in the adjacent units next to mine and below mine. But they haven't, because they're stupid, negligent, incompetent, and criminal. And what they do is they just do nothing. So right now it is 7:30 p.m. on Monday, May 19th, 2025. I keep thinking we're one day behind what we actually are. So we're actually one day ahead of where we think we are. I just quietly tried to use the facilities in my bathroom 10 minutes ago. And it was so quiet here today that I really thought that pretty much everybody in this building had moved out. I mean, it was so silent. There have been no noises whatsoever from any of the adjacent units. I've been in and out of my bathroom all day. There were no noises or smoke or fumes from anyone in the bathroom of 78. There were no smacking or banging noises from directly below in 76. It was as if they had all been beamed up to the mothership. However, as soon as I physically and very quietly sat on the toilet in my bathroom 10 minutes ago at approximately 7:15, 7:20 p.m., somebody who obviously has been lying in wait in the vacant, unrented bathroom of 78 behind this wall suddenly started smacking the wall directly behind my toilet repeatedly. And only while I was sitting there. There were no noises prior to me trying to use the toilet in my bathroom. And like I said, it was completely silent from the bathroom of 78 all day today, even though I have gone into my bathroom multiple times. There were no smacking or banging noises from the bathroom of 78 on the prior occasions that I've been in my bathroom throughout the afternoon today. No, of course, the slamming and banging and repeated smacking noises that somebody in 78 was making directly against the wall behind my toilet only occur directly behind the wall of my toilet when I happen to be trying to sit on that toilet. There were also no further slamming or banging or smacking noises from the bathroom of 78 against the back of my toilet after I got up from the toilet. It only happens when I'm sitting on that toilet and I'm literally unable to move, get up, or defend myself against this aggressive, deliberate physical harassment that is obviously surveillance-based and that is obviously being perpetuated by the same obsessive, psychotic sex offender, Jasmine Irizarry, as has been doing this against the wall behind my toilet almost every single day since 2013, when her friend and sponsor and employer, the property manager, the crooked Russian slumlord, who people tell me is a member of Russian organized crime, Oleg Aleseyev, placed Jasmine Irizarry in the bathroom behind this wall sometime in June or July of 2013. That is when the smacking and banging happened behind my toilet, when I would try to use my toilet. And it went on for years before I realized it's deliberate. I always thought it was a strange coincidence that Irizarry, the fat, stinking, eye-rolling, facial expression emanating weirdo in the bathroom of 78 was doing this on purpose. I thought it was just a strange coincidence, right? I thought maybe she had a lot of body hair and she was always in her bathroom plucking all her body hair, one hair by one. That's why she was always in there. There was also a lot of sickening, overpowering marijuana and cigar smoke coming from this bathroom starting in 2013. But again, I also thought that that was maybe just a strange coincidence. It took me a few years, until maybe 2015, to realize that this person's doing this on purpose and that she's doing it because she has knowledge in some way of what I do in the privacy of my bathroom. And that was when I was aware that there was a little black dot that looked like a lens stuck to the wall directly across from my toilet. And I pretended like I didn't know it was there. Like I was in denial about what that little perfectly shiny, round, tiny dot that looked like a lens could possibly be. I was like, no, that can't possibly be a lens. That's like weird. That'd be like a James Bond movie. I was in complete denial. Anyway, the violent aggression from the bathroom of 78 happens every single freaking time I try to quietly tiptoe into my bathroom and quietly use the toilet facilities in that bathroom with the lights off. So that is deliberate. And it's Irizarry, the fat, stinking, perving, creeping, rejected, no life, low life, psycho trash, psychopath, because she's getting free rent and free food, evidently, from what people have told me, in exchange for engaging in professional caliber harassment of the Greenville Group's tenants who they don't like. I have screenshots of comments made by well-meaning YouTubers who have commented on my videos several times telling me that Jasmine Irizarry is getting paid by Oleg Alexeyev and sponsored by the Kritnik family to engage in constant harassment of me because they don't want me to live here. They're doing this to cause me stress. That is exactly the words that person used when they wrote that comment. And they want me out. Well, there you go. I mean, of course they want me out. I'm literally doxing their criminal slumlord, dysfunctional RICO case way of doing business. And of course they don't like that. This is a RICO case waiting to happen. And they're so trigger happy about trying to get rid of me. They'll do anything, anything. They've tried so hard in court, and every court case that they've had has been based on false premises, exaggerations, defamation, flat out lies, and desperate attempts at sick and twisted, basically slander. They're literally desperate, wild-eyed, foaming at the mouth, criminal slumlords, Russian organized crime, as 5 separate people who do not know each other have come up to me and told me over the last 3 years. And the result of that is I cannot use a toilet in my bathroom without getting aggressively harassed by the fat, stinking sex offender psycho pig named Jasmine Irizarry that Oleg Alexeyev has bragged to me about, in multiple verbal in-person comments that he's made to me in person when I brought her aggressive harassment to his attention. Instead of saying, oh, I'm so sorry or whatever, like behaving like a professional about it, he was like, oh, she's so good. She's so talented. She can get into anything. She can hack into anything. And then his comment about her constant, the fact that she's always in that bathroom and engaging in smoke propagation and the use of a directed energy weapon, et cetera. He said she can take care of any problem. And she herself made that exact comment on YouTube, claiming that she gets paid to, quote, take care of problems. Taking care of a problem is very different than solving it. Solving it, you find a logical, functional, constructive solution. When you take care of something, you make it go away. When you solve something, you find a solution, huge difference. So I just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group at 7:25 p.m. and I'm unable to use the bathroom facilities in my own bathroom without getting violently and aggressively harassed by the same sex offender, mentally disturbed, no life, low life, rejected, quote, BLM activist psychopath that they've been permitting to access the unrented vacant premises of the bathroom behind this wall for 11 years now. There's nobody actually living in Unit 78. The only time I ever hear any kind of signs of activity in that bathroom is when I'm sitting on my toilet and the same psycho pig from behind this wall is smacking the wall behind my toilet all of a sudden. Other than that, it is completely silent in that bathroom, aside from when Irizarry is deliberately burning and propagating sickening amounts of cigar marijuana smoke to fill my bathroom, to fill this kitchen area, just for additional harassment. But that did not happen this evening. This evening, she deliberately just started slamming things against the wall while I was quietly trying to physically sit on my toilet.